This is for my die-hard BMN Mafia members. We're starting a fucking Patreon. So this way we can put out the type of shit we can't get away with on fucking social media. Plus bloopers, behind the scenes, video podcasts, merch discounts, special opportunities, and much more. This isn't for everyone. This is for the hardcore mafia that wants to be part of the brand and grow with us, while getting content you can't get anywhere else. I need some fucking soldiers on the front line. Who the fuck's coming with me? Be a man.
Go to patreon.com/Boston Be a Man.
Be a man.
Experience! Are you with me? Be a man?
Yeah.
You ready to preach? Preacher,
Yep.
what do you do if some guy gives you the eye?
Break his fucking nose.
What do you do if some guy cuts you off in traffic?
Follow him home and throw a fucking boulder through the windshield. Be a man.
It's not a world of men.
I want you to be a man.
You could just be a man in this one moment.
I gotta be a man.
Be a man!
It's be a man time.
Be a man. Be a man.
Be a man. Am I supposed to be a man?
Be a man.
Be a man.
Be a man.
Be a man.
You can act like a man!
Be a man.
Being an alpha, taking over the room, what does it mean to you? What's the difference between an alpha male and a beta?
I'm an alpha. Everybody else is a beta. End of story. Next.
It's so why is that? Why, like, do you always feel the need to walk into a situation and take over the room?
Well,
Have you always been that way?
I have anger issues. No, I go into a room. My father used to beat the fuck out of me, which, is fine. He was angry. I grew up with angry uncles in an angry bar.
He didn't mean no harm.
Yeah, it was I grew up in a violent environment, so it just kind of fucked me up. Maybe not. And
Hey, look.
we're taught certain things like don't take shit from anybody, right?
Yeah.
You
You
stand
are a
up for
violent
yourself.
man
Don't
from
back
violent
down.
times.
Don't back down.
When I walk into a room, I fucking take over. I'm very controlling, very domineering, very bossy. The food, the music, the lighting. I got something to say about everything. Yeah. I usually set the tone. I've always been this way. I don't know why, but I have been.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? If I don't like the way people are eating, I'll tell them. If they're not eating something the way I feel they should eat it, I'll tell them. I'll say, what the fuck music is this? I usually get my way, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the most alpha moves you can do is when you go into a situation and you're the person that's providing the music. That's why DJs get laid.
DJs on alphas.
You don't think so?
No.
You don't think the person that's providing going out of their way, providing the music for the party, that they're not the king of the situation?
Well, maybe the king of the situation, but I don't look at them as like an alpha male. It's like they're more creative. Creative people to me aren't really alphas.
Well, you can be a creative person and still be an alpha. That's what being
like
an
John, for instance.
Yeah, I'm not talking about an official DJ like at an event. I don't really count them.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a cash situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's running the fucking show?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to run the show, and I can't be a passenger. I need to be in fucking command.
See, I don't think as a DJ as being an alpha because I'm
Not really, no.
I'm not as creative to do something like that because I'm a moron.
Well, I mean,
I can never do it.
I think creative things are part of being an alpha. It's like if you're a funny person in a situation, that's a creative talent that you have, and you're an alpha because you're the funniest guy in the fucking room. Even say somebody that's playing guitar by a fire. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't have anything else, but he's using his skill to be the most prominent person like in the room or on the scene.
But how about if I was in the room and I took his guitar and smashed it off his head? Wouldn't I be the alpha?
Like fucking John Belushi in Animal
Exactly.
House.
Yeah. Wrestle a beer. Be a man.
Yeah, you got to speak up. I mean, you want to listen to some asshole talk about his fucking boring job, get cornered at a party? You'll never find me in that situation. I'll walk away.
Yeah.
The guy will be mid-sentence. I'll fucking look away and then walk away. Rudely. Fuck him.
For a long time, I kind of got in this frame of mind where I'm like, all right, I'm not the best looking guy at the party. I'm pretty fucking funny, but maybe I'm not the funniest guy at the party. I went on this tangent where I started showing up shit-faced to parties wearing a clown wig, and I had a balloon pump on my hip, and I would make balloon animals for people that were shit-faced at bars.
Wow.
And I fucking took over the fucking situation. I would walk in the room, and everything that was going on ceased to exist because I walked in there with my fucking ridiculous
See,
skill.
we would have beat. I hate to say it, we probably would have beat you up, right? You feel that?
I was just thinking the same thing.
You walk in-
We'd be like, who is this fucking guy?
You walk in with a fucking wig and balloons with my guys, you're getting fucking
We
KO'd.
drag him into the bathroom so no one saw it.
Hey, and just for reference, I didn't do this shit in fucking Beverly or fucking Farmington or anything like that. I did this shit in Lynn.
Really?
And it still played. It tested with the urban audience.
Wow, interesting.
You're too nice of a guy to be an alpha. Right, John? Isn't he too nice of a
he's
guy?
too nice.
Too nice of a
60s,
guy.
70s, I don't know when you did this. In our day, it wouldn't
Yeah.
fly, baby. It would not fly. You
No.
would have been fucking knocked out. I'm sorry.
Imagine
I mean,
working
me,
at-
I like you. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
Well, it is a lot different
I
now
hate you.
as far as, I think the actual term alpha has changed over the years, with time. To be a man, you consider being the alpha just being the loud, tough guy in the room.
Not even loud. I'm not a loud guy. I have that silent anger and rage in me, but I go in the room and I size it up, see who's there, see if anybody I'm always like something breaks out, I'm taking this guy. Growing up, my buddies would be like,
Oh, yeah.
all right, we go into a party, you're supposed to have a
plan
good
ahead.
time, right?
Yeah.
We go in there, all right, something breaks out, I got him, you got him, you got him,
Right.
yeah,
Absolutely right. You're looking for
Oh.
exits, windows,
Yes,
escape strategy.
exactly.
I told you, I walk in, I see 2 or 3, 4 guys. I tell you, drop kick this guy, hook this one, hit this one on the head with a fucking pan.
You
All
always
right?
hated the guy with the nice looking broad.
Oh yeah. But when you walk into a party, man, you're not gonna sit there and just like a fucking wallflower. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
no.
So you have to do something to stand out. So what's how about the whole idea of doing beta things to become the alpha in the situation? Say something like karaoke is not a manly thing. Something like dancing is not a manly thing. But being the best at those things in the room as a male, that then makes you the alpha, right?
I never thought that way.
No.
No. I always thought I was like the toughest guy.
That's one
no.
way.
Yeah.
Or just being the loudest, most drunk person there.
What
Who won't
would
shut
you
the fuck up?
What would you consider? So that's a good question, Be a Man. So as far as alphas go, what do you consider being an alpha?
You're looking at him. Just like a tough guy who's fucking, go up against anybody. He's not gonna take any shit. Just not be an asshole.
See,
But,
this is very interesting. We have two totally different
Yeah,
definitions of it.
Absolutely.
So what do you think, John? What would you say being an alpha is?
Well, there's the alpha, like in the pure toughness component, like Be a Man. We all know there's nobody tougher.
Yeah.
He walks into a party, every guy there goes, he'll fucking kill me.
Yeah.
So they know that. But the other part of being an alpha is you just walk in with your mere presence. You're dictating the fucking terms, okay?
Yeah.
You're the fucking point guard. You're dishing it out. The fucking mood, the conversation, who's
Exactly.
doing what. You set the tone. You're a tone setter.
The Fiore persona. He walks in the room, man. He's got a persona.
Yeah, or I'll fucking leave.
He came in today. He fucking smashed the door like an animal. It was great.
If it ain't all about me, I'm fucking leaving.
And so, how about when you're in the room with other alphas and you have to alpha the alpha?
That's when you outwit them with fucking levity and verbal attack. I mean, you're not going to fist fight. The chances are rare it's going to get
Why
down to a
not?
fist fight nowadays. It could happen. We know what will happen there. But saying there's no fist fights, you got to verbally fucking destroy them. Make
Exactly.
them seem boring, make them seem stupid, and make them think you're going to take their chick from them.
Check out every broad in the world. But if someone looks at your broad, beat the shit out of them. Be a man.
I'd say one way to alpha a room, which is probably one of the best ways, is to go in there, size up all your targets, and start busting balls. even if you don't know the fucking people, if you walk in the room and you start busting other people's balls and they don't even know you, they already put you at like a higher place. Like you're someone that's talking down to them, so you're already fucking escalated.
You got to respect a guy that would bust balls back to you. In that case,
Yeah, I mean that's as far as
I mean, if I'm in a party and someone started busting my balls or said something, I tell them to fuck off. I come back at them and establish dominance.
Yeah. So that would you say that's the main characteristic of being an alpha, be a man? Establishing dominance?
Absolutely.
Or like be a man, you openly make a play on some guy's fucking broad right in front of him.
Fucking just
Right in
grab
front
her by
of-
the fucking
yeah.
hair, drag her over, and fucking start making out with her.
Well, you know it's cool. Some guy with his fucking tomato, right?
Yeah.
They look like they're really in love, and in the hallway, you two have a little exchange.
Yeah.
She openly says the guy's an asshole to you. So now you know this. Now when she goes and sits back with the guy, the poor asshole sitting there, he doesn't know you grabbed their fucking ass and made out in the hallway.
Those were always the times that I was out alphaed. It wasn't because like there was a funnier guy or a tougher guy or anything like that. It was always the guy that was just the better looking guy that was gonna fuck your broad. That fucks with me and fucks with my fucking head. And they fucking do it like in such a way where it's like they're not over the top intimidating to you, but they're fucking doing those fucking moves.
Well, how would a pretty boy look with a fucking busted nose? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
But how about have you done that, be a man?
A lot of times at college,
And so
it
would you consider the person that's standing there and watching you do all those things, you would call them a beta, a fucking cuck?
beta-less.
You're like a fucking magnet, okay? You just suck them right toward you.
Yeah.
They incrementally move closer to you. Everybody in the room sees it happening. You become the center. You suck all the energy your way.
You got to look for the drunk
And that's
broads.
what happens.
Yeah.
I actually have been out alphaed by people that can dance. I went to a couple of weddings with random broads, and fucking I have no moves. I fucking put the elbows up. I look like I'm getting involved, and then fucking people come out and start break dancing and fucking taking it to the floor and fucking doing like these over the top
Yeah, I'm
dance
not into
moves
that, man.
and creating the circle.
It's like smash a chair off his head.
Yeah, I won't break that.
But that is an alpha move, right? Like creating like
It could be, but not necessarily. I've seen those guys pull that shit at weddings and parties I've been at. It didn't fly, okay?
No, it's-
I never felt really threatened by them. I go, you can go dance like a fucking asshole and show off. You're not winning this battle with me, okay?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what you do. You can dance on your fucking head. I'm coming out the champagne. Got it?
And so is that the thing that if you're out alphaed by somebody that does something that you don't do, you try to out alpha them with the thing that you know how to do. So you can dance and you're fucking taking over the party, but if you fucking fly too close to the sun, I'm gonna blast your fucking head off your shoulders.
I never considered somebody who could dance good like being an alpha.
No.
To me, it was always about
No.
being tough.
Yeah. Guys that dance, I don't respect it.
I can dance.
Can you dance?
Yeah,
You got moves?
I was a male stripper, right?
Were you?
Me and my cousin used
No
to do
shit.
it. Yeah, years ago.
Wow.
So I can't break dance or anything like that, but I could always dance good. The girls always like, girls like that.
When you were a
shit.
male
but that's-
stripper, did you whip it out?
No, I had the fucking banana hammock.
How long did you do that for?
Just a couple of months, like 5 or 6 times maybe. Plus we got some gigs as being male escorts. Too.
Nice.
So when you walked in the room, did you have the boom box? What was the situation?
What dancing?
Yeah.
Well, we did like a bunch of. I think I did like 4 private parties. Then we did a couple of shows at a place in Munson. I forget the name of it. Then we did something at the Palace. It wasn't in the Men in Motion. It was a different thing we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we dressed up in bird outfits or something. And some,
Bird
Yeah,
outfits.
it's fucking with
See,
feathers.
I thought you
crazy.
would have been dressed up like a cop and you walk in and you say,
No, it was like
there's been a noise complaint.
I forget the name of the song. It had something to do with birds or something. And we had our things. And, yeah. But usually we just be dressed in regular clothes, go out there and be
Did you
like do
ever,
bachelorette parties or whatever.
did you have to pad anything down below?
No.
I mean, I know you don't have
I had
to,
to fold it in
but
half to make it a foot long.
If you're dancing at a party, say be a man, you're attracting the attention of females that come over to you, and then other men look at you and they see that you're getting something that they're not getting. You're taking over the situation. You're taking over the room. You're being the most dominant man in the room without having to fight.
I don't know if I've ever really been in a situation where I was the only one dancing unless I was getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying
I'd be dancing if there was like a bunch of people at a party and they would. I would.
Yeah, so I'm saying a quick scenario, be a man. You're at a club or a house party, and you haven't really talked to anybody all night, and you're kind of off to the side. You're talking to one broad, but she's kind of fat, you know, and then the party starts popping off, and you kind of see that all the smoke show broads are going to the dance floor. You kind of walk over there, and you don't have to break dance. You don't have to do anything. You're just going out there in the circle of broads when there's no other man out there. You're the person that's doing things that other people in the situation are jealous of.
I mean, I'm
you
the
know?
only one with balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And having balls means being the alpha, right?
For sure.
being an alpha, you can stand in the fucking corner brooding and pissed off looking.
Yeah.
And they'll all come your way. Fuck the people dancing. Go stand in the fucking corner, light a smoke, put yourself in the half light, all dramatic, look bullshit.
Yeah.
And they'll fucking come to you.
The fucking disco days were the best.
Those were good because you're on the fucking babanya.
Oh, God. Big hair and bushes.
But that was also, like, I would consider somebody that dresses to the nines, has the polyester suit, has the whole thing, has the fucking platform shoes. They go out there and they dance, and they're fucking doing the whole fucking thing, the whole scene. That's somebody that I would consider an alpha. Somebody that's, like, going and trying to take charge of whatever situation is there.
See,
And
I'd always size someone up. I see someone like that and say, if I didn't think they could take me in a fight, I wouldn't think they were alpha.
You don't take them serious.
Yeah, if you see a guy that's like fucking jacked and he looks like his nose was busted, and he's like been around, you know, and he was dancing, you say,
I mean, even in sports, the playground when you're kids, I make the fucking teams, okay? I pick who's on the fucking team. That kind of shit. You're not one of these fucking boobs who stands around and gets picked last like an asshole.
exactly.
It's like, who's going to be on my fucking team? So you pick 10 guys. You're in command. You run that outfit. You set up the ball games down the local playground.
Yeah.
All shit like that. That's being an alpha.
Yeah,
You're in
but
command.
like
You're
we
in
were
command.
saying, like being the person at the party that fucking takes over the fucking music. You're making sure that fucking, you know, you bring your own fucking booze. You make sure, like, all of the things. The reason why the party is fun is because you're there. You know, and fucking you end up getting laid at the end of the night and banging a couple of fucking broads. Like, that's being an alpha of a situation.
Man, listen,
right?
you want to talk to some fucking salesman about his fucking parts? He just got a promotion. You want to talk about me and my fucking trailer on the movie? What do you want to talk about? Asshole. Well, tell me about your fucking job. Nobody cares.
Yeah, do you ever listen to anything a girl tells you?
Never.
Yeah, you just nod your head. Yeah, oh yeah.
I couldn't repeat a fucking word back that they said to me. I just go, yeah, right,
Act like you care.
Right. My guess.
Oh, that's too bad.
What time's the piping commence? That's all you fucking care about.
If you lose a fight to someone, get even in another way. Be a man.
I would almost consider being an alpha being somebody that fucking goes into a situation and says, I know what I want out of this. And they do the necessary things to get that.
Yeah, well, you know, me and John go out, we want to get laid. Back when we were younger. Right? Have a good time.
Right.
You know, fucking.
You know when they break out the food like assholes, they take the fucking tinfoil off the things, everybody's waiting. I'm not shy. I make sure I'm first.
Yeah, why not?
I don't fucking wait. Oh, can we eat food yet? Oh, I don't know if they're eating yet. No. I go fucking eat the food.
And here's a question. This always comes down to, you know, the nitty gritty. You go to a party, there's a bunch of different pizzas lined up on the bar. Only one slice left. Are you fucking leaving the other slice? Isn't that a beta move when you just sit there and you're like, oh, I don't want to take the last slice? Would you always take the last slice?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Always take the last slice of pizza. Be a man.
Put it this way. Part of being a man and an alpha is you really don't have any consideration for anybody else.
Yes.
You don't give a fuck. Listen, take the fucking thing or I'm going to take it.
Yeah.
If you have a chance to take it, you better take it. When you come for the fucking king, you better take him out.
It's all about me.
My father coming up, he told me 5 fucking kids around the table. You reach in for a piece of food, you get a fucking hand get stabbed with a fork. All right, You better be quick. whoever comes out of the fucking scrum with the comes out wins. That's how we were taught.
So, be a man. I'm just really fascinated with your whole, concept of what the alpha is. And you keep saying stuff like, it's all about me. When you walk in a room, you just really don't give a shit about anybody else, that you need to be the person that's the center of attention and the focus.
I don't need to be the center of attention, but like when I walk in a room, I'm sniffing out the snatch right away.
Yeah, so when you have it, you exude it.
Yeah.
It's not like you're trying to be it. You just are. You have it in you. When you walk in, like to be a man, he walks in. That's it. The fucking game's over. Everybody else may as well fucking head to the exits. Yeah. He doesn't have to say or do anything. It's mere fucking presence. Similar to myself.
Exactly.
See, I've never had that kind of presence out the gate, so I've had to resort to the back door
Fucking
alpha
trickery.
moves. Exactly, like I said.
Chicanery.
Showing up, fucking blowing fucking balloons, being a DJ, taking over the fucking music, bringing my own fucking like keg of beer, doing whatever, like being somebody that was fucking.
Yeah.
He was a key contributor to the fucking party, and not a piece of shit fucking wallflower that was sitting there cucking out.
Yeah, you resorted to fucking razzle-dazzle techniques. Yes. Do what you got to do to survive. You know what I mean? That's what you had to do.
Yeah, like we were talking about thinking a step ahead when you go into a place, right? You see a chick, you say, hey, how you doing? You kind of plant the seed early, like be a nice guy.
Yeah.
And then you wait to get drunker and drunker, then the slow song comes on. Because your fucking tongue is down her throat.
And part of being an alpha, too, is like, say a chick, you're not supposed to check them out. You openly fucking look them up and down and let them know you look them up and down. Rudely, so they go back and tell their friends, that fucking guy just looked me up and down. But they secretly like it.
Oh, they love it. They always, because I've been out with like...
You stare right at the tits. You don't give a fuck.
We always
Just do it.
because we don't have any, so we love them. but it's like, you've been out with a group of people and there's some single girls and they're talking like, so I was like, oh, that guy's looking at me all the time, right? They always say it. They always know, they love it.
I never had that window of time where I go out to the bars to pick up chicks. I never did that in my life. I always just ended up, banging the 7 at the party at the end of the night.
Something ain't bad.
I mean, my stats are decent, but I've never been to the point where I'd walk into a fucking club and fucking start talking shit to a girl that had a boyfriend fucking right next to her. Like I said, that shit cuts to the core of me.
Yeah, I've never really been into like, going up if there's a couple talking and moving in on the girl like that.
Yeah,
not big like that.
I mean, that's supreme alpha right there.
Yeah,
right?
that's kind of being a cunt.
Sometimes you have a little entourage with you, and it can create some fucking chaos.
Create a buzz.
Yeah. You have your fucking front people go in before you. Kind of like, the champ is here. The champ is here. You try to create that fucking aura and innuendo.
Yeah.
Okay?
Scream at the top of your lungs at the gym like you own the place. Be a man.
So be a man. Having this new Patreon is super exciting, isn't it?
Yes.
It's unbelievable.
It's the Sphinctorum, behind the scenes, the inner circle, if you will.
The muffin is coming out of the pan.
Right.
Now we can finally get away with all the shit that we want to say, all the stuff that we want to do. It's fantastic.
It'll pay for itself.
It's worth it. Leo's old commercials for the price of a cup of coffee. You can feed an entire village Won't you give so we could live? It's not like that. For a paltry sum, right, Be a Man?
Yeah, it's nothing.
You get so much behind the scene, additional content, like you said, stuff we couldn't show or do before. Now you're getting all of it.
Well, I'd say the coolest thing is that if you're a huge fan of Be a Man and you're a part of the Mafia, if you go for the higher levels, we have people that are giving suggestions and ideas for podcasts for Be a Man's and their voices being heard. It's like you're a part of the team.
You're all in. It's like when you can't get enough. You know what I mean? Like, you watch your favorite show and you're sad it's over. Then you see a little skid come on attraction and you can't wait for the next one. This is like where you got the next thing. You dive right in. It's all there. You don't have to be done with it. When you can't get enough of it, there it is on Patreon.
I subscribe myself. Pay for your own Patreon. Be a man.
Go to patreon.com/Boston Be a Man.
Be a man. All I hear nowadays is like cuck, and it doesn't really.
Yeah, they throw it around.
Right, yeah, so I'm not,
Well, I mean, I throw it around a lot, but I feel like the metaphor of somebody that's willing to watch their wife get fucked, it translates into so many
really
other
does.
things.
disgusting.
So you can tell by the way that somebody drives, the way that people do things, that they're cucks.
Right.
They're willing to
You're
fucking
submissive. You're a pushover.
Yeah.
Subservient.
Subservient. You back off. You yield. All that shit that we don't do. That's what a cuck is.
Yeah,
Okay.
and also a cuck is a beta, and a beta is the opposite of an alpha.
Right.
We are fucking building here, boys.
Well, I mean, me and John are pretty good sized guys. So, I mean, there's guys that are, 130 pounds and they're 5'4". I mean, what else are they going to be?
What are they going to do?
I know, so.
And
I never bullied.
No, I wasn't really a
I
bully.
never bully a guy like
Not
that.
only are we good size, we got fucking doorknobs in our pants. Yeah. I mean, we bring the full fucking package.
See, like, as a big guy, I've actually always lucked out in that capacity where I feel like most people that would kind of size me up in the room, they'd be like, all right, this guy is kind of a fucking stretched out mutant. Like, I'm not a fighter or a fucking lover. I'm just kind of like a nomad, and have always found my way in between. But because I'm a taller guy, like, I feel like I've never been purposely out alpha'd because I had that advantage.
Well, maybe also they see you making balloons. They might be, this guy's a little crazy. Might fucking stab me.
That is very much intentional, Be a Man.
Sometimes it's good to make twitchy, like, strange faces. That keeps people away, too. You know what I mean? So you act a little fucking sketchy and a little unstable, and they go, don't fuck with that guy.
You start talking to yourself.
I mean, that's a classic alpha move. Farting in a room with a bunch of people in it and just letting it rip.
Do a little
Taking
crop dusting.
Doing a crop dusting, farting in your hand and throwing it in someone's face as a fucking adult.
Yeah.
Like that's all fucking. You have to sit here and deal with my stink. Like that's ultimate alpha.
Or you rub your balls, you know what I mean, when you get a moment, and then openly touch the food in the fucking buffet. And you put it back. You fucking make a point of touching everything. So you, like a dog, you put your fucking stench and smell everywhere.
Yeah, you fucking lick it.
You know what I mean? It's true, though. The smell is very strong. You
It
get
is.
your smell all over the fucking room any way you can.
Pungent.
Fucking pheromones.
Yeah, pheromones.
When you get approached by somebody that's almost trying to out alpha you, what's your move? Like, how do you set the tone?
I won't fucking back down. I don't care if I get my ass kicked. I'll never fucking back down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say word for word. I get a vicious tongue when I want. I'll fucking say whatever I want. If they want to take it a step further and fucking get physical, well, let's do it.
See, now you're fucking Be a Man, the legend. Now they can't do anything unless there's some young cocky fucking gunslinger out there who wants to take down fucking Be a Man.
I think I still got one or two good ones left in me.
Oh yeah,
You know?
got the big straight right.
Yeah.
It's over.
No.
It's over
I
early.
can take a punch too. Fucking, like I said before, my old man used to beat the shit out of us. So it was like you get in a fight in the street, and it's like, is that it's like nothing.
You're not going to lose.
Yeah.
But even if it doesn't get the fisticuffs, they just look. They look at you, look at the situation. They know.
Yeah.
They know they're not going to win.
You get to a point in a situation like that where you're going back and forth, and I'll usually say, like, you fucking talk is cheap. What are you going to do about it?
Right.
Right.
You fucking let's go outside right now. I did that to a kid a couple of weeks ago.
So, be a man. Do you look at fighting almost like, because you've had like such a career doing it? Do you almost look at it like you're like the seasoned pitcher, and you're like, one more season? You're like Tom Brady. You're like fucking one more season, and that like kind of keeps you moving. Just thinking about fucking, I got one more fight in me. So if anybody fucking steps up, I'm gonna fucking twist their head off.
Well, I mean, I got that edge. I'm always have that edge on me. It seems, I'm always ready to go. Maybe I need to get my fucking ass kicked or knocked out. And fucking,
He's a bar fighting man.
Yeah.
He's a bar fighting man.
You know what I mean? A champion can lose a fucking bout and still come back.
Yeah.
It's okay if you get dropped as long as you come back up, which you have, which I have. Ultimately, in the game of life, when it's all over, you have fucking won.
I don't fuck with anybody.
No.
No, I don't start trouble. If somebody starts with me, fuck them. All bets are off.
Oh, no, there's a guy.
My family, I mean,
yeah.
Forget about it.
Even if it's fucking espionage, I got a guy I'm going to super glue his fucking door locks next week. He doesn't know it. I can say it.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't know. I've written down several things I'm going to do. That's a business, too, by the way.
Yeah.
He done me wrong, okay? And I have to settle it the only way I can. But I'm going to have the last fucking word, I'll tell you that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's what sucks is nowadays you have to be careful with the super glue because there's fucking cameras everywhere.
Right.
You can't get away with nothing no more.
I got a whole fucking schematic ready to go. How I'm going to do it. Who's going to do it.
Always drink too much. Be a man. Give me another fucking beer, will you?
If you were dressing a certain way to pop out in a club, you had a certain haircut, you drove a certain car up, you had a certain outfit on, you were doing your thing, that's referred to as peacocking. That's like one of the ways that
showing
you
your feathers.
Yep,
So
showing your feathers.
Yeah.
Puffing your chest out.
See, I was never a big peacocker.
Never a big.
You know what I mean? I wasn't a big car guy. I mean, I wore my fucking bling here and there, dressed nice, but I didn't go over the top like some guys do.
Too greasy.
All that shit, and fucking trying to be cool.
How about jewelry?
A little bit, yeah. I had some in a day.
Gold chain, right?
Yeah, back in the fucking
Gold
disco
chain.
days. But even with that, man, if you're an alpha and you got it in you, you don't need any of that shit.
Yeah,
it's all from you exuded from within.
You see right through guys like that.
What do you think about the people that wear the gold chain on the outside of the T-shirt?
Oh, never a fan of that.
That's some fucking middle of the mall Revere Beach shit right there.
Yeah, I don't like it.
They give Italians a bad name.
Exactly.
The gold chain years.
You guys kind of look at people that seek to be the alpha male as a beta. Where if you become the alpha male, it doesn't matter what kind of fucking dirty fucking tricks you need to play. If you need to fucking, bang somebody's fucking girlfriend, you need to fucking turn off to Taylor Swift and put on some Wu-Tang, whatever you need to do to fucking make the situation about you should be the alpha, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The guy who controls the fucking knob, the dial, the remote control.
Yeah.
That's the guy, okay?
Exactly.
I know a friend of mine is banging a married broad.
Nice.
And I was like, well, what about the husband? And he said, well, she said that she's more of a man than he is.
Oh, you hear that a lot. Yeah.
Oh,
like,
my God.
Poor bastard.
Dude, I've heard that. Oh, yeah, this is my girlfriend. She's more of a fucking man than I am.
Yeah, I mean,
could you imagine that?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big guy, could always handle myself and always been angry and had issues and whatever. And I could never imagine being like a nice guy. I see a nice guy and I'd be like, maybe that's a better way. And then I'd be like, nah.
It's true.
Right?
But you're right, though. All these wives who cheat, they all do seem to sing that song. They always say, he's a fucking pussy.
Yeah.
He's not a real man. My husband, he doesn't care. If he doesn't fucking know it's his fault, he should know.
See, I
You know what
like
I mean?
being like a utilitarian, like a Jeep. I like being a Swiss Army knife. I can be the nice guy, but I do have that fucking edge. And if shit pops off, I am not fucking hiding.
Yeah, well, you're like us. I mean, we don't start trouble with anybody.
Yeah,
but I'm not going
exactly.
to take any shit either.
Yep.
And there'll be no listening. An alpha male doesn't really listen or concern himself with your fucking little problems.
No.
Okay?
It's about us.
You fucking move on. It is about us.
So say if you're at a party or something and you're kind of like in contention for the alpha with somebody else and he starts busting balls and then he comes around to you and starts busting your balls. Do you openly say while everybody's looking at you, you know, because you're getting your balls busted, they got their balls busted, is your immediate move is to break the fourth wall and be like, listen, motherfucker, I will choke you out right now.
For sure.
If it must be that way, that's the way it must be. Ideally, you want to undress him verbally and say you're going head to head trading fucking blows in the center of the ring. Verbally. You want to win that fucking battle.
Exactly.
You want to have the more cutting lines, you know, the better gig, the better whatever, to fucking make him go back in his spot on the fucking couch and shut up.
See, I'm not too smart, so I can't really verbally go with someone. I have to get physical.
Yeah. But being an alpha is essentially being the best, right? And if you're not the best at dancing, not the best at playing guitar, not the best at fucking, not the funniest guy, not the most charming guy, not the best looking guy, at the end of the day, as long as you can bang somebody the fuck out, you can still be the alpha.
There's always that.
Yes.
Paulie Walnut says, we always have the option. if that's what it comes to,
Yeah.
you got that.
Yeah.
Always have that.
Sleep on the floor. Be a man.
And we come up from a generation, right? We're at the age, we don't give a fuck. That's a magical place to be in life. I don't know if you're there yet, Tons. But when you get to that internal, right, man, where you really don't give a fuck, it really opens up the whole world to you. You're uncensored, unfiltered. You're disinhibited.
Don't be an asshole, but don't take shit from anybody. Be a man.
Make yourself known. Make your presence known. Take over the situation and do you, right?
That's right. You walk in the room, like the fucking Carly Simon song, remember? He walked into the party. That's you, motherfucker. That's how you gotta be.
Beta
Even
female.
if nobody else thinks it, you think it, and then you'll win hearts and minds.
And that's all that matters.
And if worse comes to worse, you can rob their fucking pocketbooks and leave on the fucking bed.
Be a man.
Experience.